Today on People Now, Snoop Dogg drops an apology on Instagram.
We're a throuple.
3 is not a crowd on House Hunters. HGTV features its first ever throuple.
Lionel Richie explains why he wished failure on his daughter Sophia Richie.
I think that we're a hot couple.
Fran Drescher telling us about her hilarious new role as she heads back to TV.
Plus,
what happened to you?
Kirstie Alley gives us a sneak peek into the true story behind her powerful new movie.
It's all live today on People Now. Let's go.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to People Now. We're here.
Yes.
Big night last night. The Survivor premiere,
with
season
my friend
40.
Michelle, who's on the season. It was so fun. I mean, okay, I was on the show, but I'm also such a Survivor nerd. Like, I'm obsessed.
And you were hanging last night, a few people, right? Like,
yeah, but Survivor people, Eliza, Josh Canfield, all the Survivor fans will know who I'm talking about.
Absolutely. All right, so there's also a lot to get to today, including some Valentine's Day crafts. Design expert Darcy Miller is here to teach us how to make some amazing Valentine's gifts for tomorrow.
Yeah, but first we want to know which gift you would most want to receive. Is it chocolates, jewelry, a big bouquet of flowers, or a sweet love letter? I like that.
What would you? What would you like?
A love letter.
Okay,
right?
so just personal. It's kind of simple.
Yeah, it's really
heartfelt.
thoughtful. Vote in our People poll. Tweet us your thoughts using the hashtag PeopleNow.
We're gonna check in on that later on in the show, but for now, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. Snoop Dogg is apologizing to Gayle King after he publicly criticized her for asking about the Kobe Bryant rape case during an interview with WNBA star Lisa Leslie. In a video shared to his Instagram on Wednesday, Snoop expressed regret for tearing King down and responding in a, quote, derogatory manner. In the video, he admits that he overreacted and that it's okay to man up and say that you're wrong. He says, quote, I was raised way better than that, so I would like to apologize to you publicly for the language that I used and calling you out of your name and just being disrespectful. He continues, quote, I didn't mean for it to be like that. I was just expressing myself for a friend that wasn't here to defend himself. Snoop captioned the video, had a talk with my mama, thank you mama, 2 wrongs don't make it right, time to heal. He then added, Gayle King, peace and love, praying for you and your family, as well as Vanessa and the kids. The controversy began after a video emerged on Twitter of King asking Leslie during a CBS This Morning interview if she found Bryant's legacy complicated due to a 2003 sexual assault charge against him that was later dropped. King received a lot of backlash because of the video. She's since responded to that criticism in an Instagram video of her own. Watch this.
Unbeknownst to me, my network put up a clip from a very wide-ranging interview. Totally taken out of context, and when you see it that way, it's very jarring. It's jarring to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotion circling after Kobe's death, and we're just wishing everyone the best with that. Let's move on to this story. Colin Kaepernick might not be able to get signed by an NFL team, but that doesn't mean he's not keeping himself busy. The former San Francisco 49ers quarterback announced on Thursday that he'll be releasing a memoir through his own publishing house later this year. The book is being described as part political awakening and part memoir, and will document the experiences that led Kaepernick to begin his silent protest of kneeling during the national anthem at NFL games. In a statement, he explained, quote, my protest was the culmination of years of thought and experiences of learning and unlearning. I want to tell the story of my evolution and the events that led me to protest systemic oppression in hopes that it will inspire others to rise in action. Kaepernick remains a free agent because no team has hired him since he left the 49ers in March of 2017. According to the announcement, Kaepernick Publishing has also struck a multi-project deal with Audible to create and produce audio projects to amplify the voices of, quote, notable authors, creators, and other influential figures. The publishing house's goal, according to the announcement, is to give power to Black and brown voices globally. All right, HGTV made history on Wednesday by featuring its first ever throuple. In case you didn't know, that's 3 people in a polyamorous romantic relationship. They were on the very popular show House Hunters. Take a look.
Texans Brian, Lori, and Jelly do realize there's nothing conventional about them.
We're a throuple. It's a relationship that's 3 people, not just 2.
There you go, the episode titled Three's Not a Crowd in Colorado Springs, and it follows Brian, Lori, and Jelly on a quest to find a new home that will accommodate their unique dynamic, as well as provide space for Brian and Lori's 2 children. The episode ended with the family choosing a house above their budget, as they all loved its view of the surrounding mountain. Brian and Lori, who are legally married, fell in love with Jelly after meeting her at a bar. The trio entered into a committed relationship and exchanged vows in a commitment ceremony. Viewers had a lot more to say about their relationship than their new home, it turns out, not surprising. Many House Hunter fans actually praising the network on social media. Check out some of the tweets. Bad feminist author Roxane Gay tweeted, great episode, educational. Here's another one. This user praised HGTV, tweeting, HGTV really might be the most progressive show on TV. About to watch a polyamory couple fight over a house. Hashtag house hunters. And here's one more. This Twitter user first tweeted, this throuple on house hunters, good for them, followed by representation matters. Next, I'm wondering, I'm now imagining a crossover house hunters and sort of sister wives episode.
I can see it.
Right? Mm-hmm. And it would be a huge house and incredible to watch.
You get a lot of people talking.
For sure. All right, let's move on to this. Jenna Bush Hager believes friendships can extend beyond party lines. Hager joined her Today Show co-anchor Hoda Kotb on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen Wednesday night. She was asked by a fan about that controversy surrounding her father sitting with Ellen DeGeneres at a football game last year. Hager said this. Take a listen.
People can have different beliefs and still be friends.
I think so,
and
too.
I also
My
think
God.
decency and humanity should be at the basis of all conversation.
Right.
Hager went on to admit that she had just had a baby, so she didn't pay that much attention to it at the time. In October of last year, some viewers took issue to Ellen DeGeneres and George W. Bush sitting next to each other during a Dallas Cowboys Green Bay Packers game in Texas. And in November, Hager talked to People about their friendship, saying she personally thought it was great. She explained that her dad liked people who think and believe differently from him, adding her parents raised both her and twin sister Barbara Bush to have their own opinions. All right, Andrea, more for us in Star Treks.
Yes, we are kicking off Star Treks today with the end of a fan favorite sitcom. It's a little bittersweet here. Modern Family is saying goodbye after 11 seasons. The cast and crew have been sharing emotional moments from behind the scenes of the final season. Jesse Tyler Ferguson posted this picture of his seat during the final table read with a script from the final episode and a packet of tissues. While his Modern Family husband, Eric Stonestreet, shared this video right before the read, really taking in the moment here. Stonestreet has been posting videos like this all week, just staring into the camera and capturing moments with crew members behind the scenes. It's actually kind of sad. You know, I mean, after that many seasons, you're saying goodbye to your family at that point. As well as with his co-stars, here with Rico Rodriguez, you can see a bit of Ariel Winter over his shoulder. Sofia Vergara shared this selfie from inside her trailer and captioned the picture, saying that she's going to miss it. And she posted these emotional photos from the final table read as well, thanking everyone and sharing her gratitude, saying, quote, "It has been more than I ever dreamed of or deserved." Well, we are going to miss this show so much. Can't believe it's been on for 11 seasons. Can't wait to watch the finale.
Me too.
All right, Taylor Swift made a surprise appearance at the NME Awards in London on Wednesday. She accepted the award for Best Solo Act in the World. During her acceptance speech, she joked that everyone there was so shy and reserved before actually revealing that it is the craziest awards show she's ever been to. And considering the awards are shaped like middle fingers, we definitely have to agree with her. The singer wore a partial black and white pinstripe suit and white lace-up ankle boots, very stylish. During the awards, Taylor sat next to her boyfriend, Joe Alwyn. One fan even spotted them sharing a kiss. Oh. The notoriously private couple were seen being affectionate with each other throughout the entire ceremony, hugging, leaning on each other, and just generally being adorable together. Now, the couple's rare PDA moment comes just shortly after fans got a brief glimpse of the two of them together in Taylor's Netflix documentary, Miss Americana. In the film, she can be seen running into Joe's arms backstage at one of her concerts, as well as kissing his hand during a car ride together. A source told People in August that Taylor is the happiest she's ever been. Great to hear. Also at the NME Awards was Courtney Love, who accepted the Icon Award and got candid about her struggles with alcohol. She began her acceptance speech by apologizing for not having one prepared. She then revealed that she is 18 months sober, saying, quote, "I can't believe that. That's pretty wild." The singer looked incredibly chic for the awards show, wearing a sheer maroon dress with an overlay of velvet flowers. Courtney also shared a sentimental post to Instagram, thanking everyone for her award and looking back at different stages in her career. She captioned the series of photographs in part, "Looked with my team through images of my life. Tragic, weird, beautiful, wild, amazing, crazy. None of it small until it got small. Bleep small. What an honor to have worked with and loved some of the geniuses I have." Adding, "What an honor that they've worked with me and loved me. Icon, yeah, baby, I'll take it. It's cute." Courtney was married to the late Kurt Cobain, who died by suicide back in 1994 at the age of 27. He had a lengthy battle with drugs and depression. So happy to hear she's 18 months sober, and congrats to her for the Icon Award. And those are your Star Treks for today.
All right, stay with us. Kirstie Alley is joining us live to talk all about her new project. Plus, it is almost Valentine's Day. In honor of the fun holiday, we're making some love-filled crafts and treats. Stick around.
So I'm cleaning up for the night, and just because you guys always say my house is so minimal, well, you guys haven't seen my playroom.
Kim Kardashian West showed off her kids' playroom in her Instagram stories. It is amazing. Nice to be a Kardashian kid here. There's a stage with a drum set, a bin filled with microphones for karaoke, and a concert-like stage where she says they often have band practice. And she says North plays the violin.
Very talented kids. Kim also shows off the room's built-in projector that was in the ceiling there. She says that's where North St. Chicago and saw them watch their movies. In the video, you can see a bunch of pillows on the stage for the kids to sit on while they watch the movies. By the way, those pillows cost anywhere from $600 to $6,000. We checked.
That's a lot for a pillow. Woo. Kim also shows off a corner of toys just for baby Psalm and all of his baby toys there. Really cute. And there's drawers filled with color-coordinated Legos, train tracks, and cars. Pretty organized here.
One of the room's highlights, it's got to be the ice cream parlor in the grocery store. You can even scan items through an actual cash register. Really fun. My girls would love that. Apparently, this is Chicago's favorite part. Also includes a washer and dryer so she can pretend to do laundry.
The kids love to dress up, so there's a closet filled with colorful costumes, including princess dresses, crowns, and heels.
I mean, I'm envious of their closet, their costume
Oh,
closet.
same.
Also a homework area that includes art supplies, books, and figurines, so the room is educational as well. They got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, they do.
And room for it. So nice. Let's move on to this. Lionel Richie isn't afraid of doling out tough love when it comes to his daughter, Sophia Richie.
Yeah, at an American Idol event, the singer told reporters the career advice he gave Sophia, saying, I told her, I wish you lots of failure young. And he continues saying, we're in a business where it's how you recover, and yes, yes, yes does not feel terrible, so you have to get smacked in the face. I said, you're going to have a little bit more of a different time because you're coming from a family where they expect a little bit more.
You know what, I can kind of understand at least the idea of wanting to be there for your kids when they go through something tough, like while they're young.
It makes sense. At first when you hear the quote, you're like, why would you wish failure on your daughter?
Right.
And then you kind of understand where he's coming from.
So you can be there for the tough lesson, and then you can like grow from it, all
but
that.
also, what if she just has a great time all around?
It never has the failure. Anyway, Lionel, who is also dad to daughter Nicole Richie and son Miles Richie, went on to share an anecdote about a young Sophia learning of the pressure that comes with having a famous musician for a father.
Yeah, he said when Nicole was about 4 years old, she went on a talent show. She's about to go on to do her little act, and they said, and now we have Lionel Richie's daughter, and she froze. She said, Dad, I don't want to be here.
Oh, wow.
A lot of pressure, especially when your dad's so famous.
Yeah.
But he says he really wants his kids to like have a great attitude and kill it.
And they do, it turns out. And speaking of Sophia, he says that she has the attitude, adding all of his kids are taking chances. And although Lionel has no problem handing out career advice, he steers clear of advising Sophia on her personal life. That's the line,
He tells reporters, you can't step in there. It just doesn't work. If you're a parent, you'll understand.
Sophia's been with Keeping Up with the Kardashians star Scott Disick since 2017. And earlier this month, she announced that she would be taking a break from her Keeping Up appearances to focus on acting. So we wish her the best.
Yes. All right. You know her as the iconic nanny, Fran Fine, who enters the home and the lives of the Sheffield family from the TV series The Nanny. But now she's bringing her signature smile and laugh back to the small screen on the new NBC series Indebted. Take a look.
Oh, God, look at this. Remember how obsessed you were with these?
Yeah. You convinced me I was going to win a gold medal.
Hey, you made uncoordinated look fun. Everyone was talking about it.
No, they weren't. I was just a dumb kid with frosted tips who got his heart broken by a girl named Kate, who spelled her name with the letter K and the number 8.
That was the saddest you'd been since you found out Santa was not for our people.
And that wound is ripped open every December.
Fran sat down with us and shared what she loves most about her new show and why her character is an important representation of older couples.
It's a family with a lot of love in it, and the older couple that I play with, Steven Weber, are madly in love and very sexy with each other. You know, I think that we're a hot couple for the typical sitcom grandparents, and in that regard, I think it's refreshing.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just, you know, a multi-generational show where, because of happenstance, we all end up living together, and how we manage to do that.
Fran has millions of fans around the world, and that includes her 3 co-stars, Adam Pally, Jesse Hodges, and Abby Elliott. Take a look as Fran watches on as the 3 boast about her.
Even if you didn't know her, you knew her because she just was that big and is that big, and working with her is a blast and a great learning experience, and I can't say enough good things.
Yeah, she's so talented. She just has like this comedic timing that's just ingrained in her, and she just knows exactly what to hit when, and like we're just learning so much.
How does it feel to hear that?
That's so generous.
Yeah.
They're also wildly talented. But, you know, it's just great that everybody has made room for me and appreciates my input, and it's a lovely, lovely group of people. And I think that that's what makes the job so wonderful to be a part of. We're all really in gratitude, and it's a nice time in our lives.
Fran told People about how she idolized female comedians like Lucille Ball and Barbara Eden while growing up, and she shared with us what female comedians are inspiring her today.
I think that, like, the girls that did Broad City have really made an impact on their generation in terms of writing, producing, creating, and starring in their own project like I did in The Nanny. I think Rachel Bloom, who I'm actually partnered with for the Nanny musical for Broadway, is also, you know, a brilliant woman who's doing the same thing. And so I think that there are those young women that are carving their own path now, and it's great. It's wonderful to watch them and what they accomplish.
Imagine getting a shout out from Fran Drescher.
Right?
Pretty cool. She was a lot of fun to talk with. You can catch Fran on Indebted Thursday nights on NBC.
Hello. Oh, my Lord in heaven. What happened to you? You go bungee jumping or something stupid? I guess I'm gonna have to move our facials to another day.
I was attacked, Mom.
What? That did not happen. Who hit you? Oh, Lord, not my baby girl's face. I've got to find something to cover up this mess, because you can't go out looking like this.
Mom, stop, please.
That was a look at Lifetime's powerful new movie, You Can't Take My Daughter. It's based on the true story of Annalyn Megason and her fight for custody of her daughter. Joining us now from our LA studios to tell us all about it is one of the stars of the film, Kirstie Alley, who's loosely portraying Annalyn's mother. Thank you so much for being here, Kirstie.
Thanks for having me.
It's good to see you. We already mentioned that this is based on a true story. You didn't really know a ton about the case before signing on to this, we understand. What was your reaction, though, the first time you read the script and kind of found out what was going on here?
Well, when I first read the script, I thought it was fiction, and because it was so extraordinary that you could be raped, and if you got pregnant and you had that child, your rapist could actually gain partial custody of the child. So I didn't even think it was true. It was so outlandish and so horrific. And then I talked to the director, and I found out that it was true, and I thought it was an important story because there's only 18 states in the United States that would prevent a rapist from having partial parental rights or partial custody of the child of the woman he raped.
It's unbelievable, really, and fascinating, like you said, to find out that this could even be true. So you've got the topics at hand, which are extremely sensitive, very heavy. But separate from that, we hear that you like to have a good time on a set. How would you keep spirits up when the cameras weren't rolling and maybe you step away from this for a minute? What's that look like for you?
Well, it sort of looks like it always looks for me. It's not always appreciated, but I've always had the philosophy that my life was more fun and more important than my art. So I feel like you don't have to be, if you're doing a drama and you have to be miserable all day, then what's the point? So I can snap into the character pretty fast, which is good, but Lindsay and the director and I had a really good time. Lindsay's the star of this movie, and we had a really good time, in my estimation. You know, the director would let me act like an idiot for like 3 minutes and then get me under control, and then we would shoot the scene, but I don't know, everybody's got their own style. I really probably wouldn't do well with a lot of actors who have to stay in character all day, and especially if it was a very grim story, I probably wouldn't be cut out for that.
Yeah, I mean, it is such a powerful movie. What is the #1 thing that you hope audiences take away from it when they see it?
I hope that audiences realize this is a true situation, and sometimes women who are raped you know, do find themselves pregnant, and for maybe religious reasons or personal reasons, or sometimes they've tried to have children and they couldn't get pregnant, so they've made their decision that they're going to keep the child, and I don't think that means that they should have to keep their rapist in their life or their child's life. It's just preposterous. I don't even know where these laws came from. They're so insane. So I hope the audience really sees that this is true. It really does go on, and the laws need to be changed across the board in all states.
All right, yes, I think it's so great that you're bringing light to these issues.
Yeah,
Stuff that we don't even realize is going on.
sure.
All right, while we have you, I'm going to pivot a little bit. We have to talk about Cheers. So this show has such a successful run. You've said that you would joke around all the time on set, and we hear that you do like to always have fun. How did you manage to film a show in between all the fun?
That's a very good question. I think it's where I learned, I think it's where I was trained to jack around all the time and then have to act quickly. But I don't know how anybody did it other than they were good at, you know, the second someone said action, you know, we're actors. We're supposed to be able to act. So I'm not saying that there's no preparation. We rehearsed for 3 or 4 days a week. But yeah, truly we jacked around more than we acted. So I don't know. That's just the way we were.
Well, you know,
and I took that bad habit with me throughout my career. And you could talk to some of the people who didn't appreciate it. Some did. Most did. Some didn't.
So last year on Watch What Happens Live, Rhea Perlman said that your first day on set was one of the greatest. And I just wondered what you remember about your first day on Cheers.
I feel if she's talking about what I think she's talking about was, you know, I had big shoes to step into because Shelley Long is a brilliant actress and very beloved. And so I dressed like Shelley. And I wore the clothes from her wardrobe and a blonde wig. And I think that's what she's probably talking about. The only other thing that happened was on that day was John Ratzenberg and George Wendt gave me a shotgun and it said, "We love you and you're gonna have to shoot your way out of here."
That's really funny.
That made me feel really good.
Yeah, right. How hard was it for you to go and work on other projects after working on Cheers and being in kind of that relaxed environment? And I guess you've alluded to it here some in terms of like the culture of that. Maybe didn't translate everywhere else, but what was that experience for you?
Well, the next series that I did was produced and written by Kaufman, Bright and Crane, and they are awesome. You know, they did Friends, and they're just so awesome. And I brought my bad habits all with me, so I sort of taught the other actors that, yeah, if you want to be a little bit late, you know, the timeline is just sort of a suggestion. You know, if you want to show up then, and if you want to make calls, you know, you could just jerk around and jack around. I guess that's not really the word I want to say. You can mess around. You can just mess around on the set. And I brought that bad habit with me. And I think they sat me down once and said, we have, you know, you're the leader of the cast, and maybe you could talk to them and get them to come on time and a few things like that. I don't know if I copped to being the reason they didn't, but I'm sure they already knew that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, now, Kirsty, you've done so many amazing projects, so we have to talk about this. You told The Talk on Wednesday that you and John Travolta really want to do another Look Who's Talking sequel. So what would your dream for that movie look like?
My dream for Look Who's Talking, and I think he agrees with this, is that we are the grandparents of 2 very diversified children. Because, you know, we left off where we had Mikey and the other kid that I can't remember her name. Anyway, we have these 2 children. And at one time, I really wanted the daughter to be played by, I still sort of do, Miley Cyrus. And then I thought it would be cool if the son had gone off and had joined the service. It was a Navy SEAL or something, you know, so, and then they have, you know, then they end up having their kids. And like I've said, the only reason I wouldn't want Miley is because she's really beautiful, and I feel like if our kids turned out really ugly, then John and I would look better, and we would be the stars.
I see what you're doing.
And wouldn't be any question
we're on
about
board.
it.
Yeah. We can see where you're going here, and I think that there's the roots of something that we can build on. Really quickly, what's your favorite part about working with John Travolta?
Because he and I are like an old married couple, and it's either the best of times or and we've sort of even slapped each other before. We're like volatile with each other, but it's never boring. That's the best thing.
What do you think about shaved head John versus full head of hair John?
I think he's cool. He really does look like Pitbull. He's Pitbull John to me.
Okay.
So, and I think it's groovy. He looks good in anything. He's so handsome and everything. Don't tell him I said that.
All right, we won't let him know.
I love it. Kirsty, thank you so much for joining us. And everyone, make sure you check out You Can't Take My Daughter when it premieres February 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern on Lifetime.
I really thought we'd all be at the prom together. I thought Seabrook could change.
It did. Believe me, I will find a way to get us to the prom.
Or we could miss it together.
I'm not letting you miss the prom.
If you can't go, I'm not going.
Well, I like you too much not to let you go.
Well, I like you too much to leave you behind. I am so not going. Ugh, you guys even fight like a perfect couple.
Yeah, so in love. It's the Disney Channel sequel that we've all been waiting for, Zombies 2. The sequel stars Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly. Stop by People Now to refresh fans on where the first Zombies movie ended and tease what is to come in the sequel. Watch.
There's a town called Seabrook, and there was a power plant explosion that made half of the town zombies, and humans were like, ew. So then they put zombies over here and humans here, and then
They put a fence right in between.
like right in between the zombies and humans. And humans always thought that zombies were these crazy, gross creatures.
Because they had seen movies.
Because they've seen movies about zombies, and you always believe what you hear. And then we find out that zombies are actually amazing.
Yeah, and they play
Zed's
football,
great,
and they're awesome.
And they're amazing.
And they're great at stare-offs. It's unbelievable.
Exactly.
And you know what? That is truly one of the great things about it. It's cased in this really fun world, but it's got these obviously larger level themes
Yes.
and
That's why
social commentary that's
I
baked
wanted
into the
to
whole
do
thing.
it, yeah.
Did you? Is that really something that appealed to you?
I mean, the message in the first one, you know, I feel like everybody at some point in their life has felt out of place, you know? Especially like me in high school, I was one of like 2 boys that did theater, or like growing up.
Yeah.
And I definitely felt like weird because everybody was playing sports and whatever. But I did my thing because I loved it. And I think that I learned from Zed every time I watch the movie because he just perseveres and he will fight for what he believes in, which is amazing. And anybody can learn from that movie. And anybody can learn from the second one as well, shameless plug.
Well, that's right, and werewolves come into play.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, well, at the end of the first movie, we leave off in a great place. Seabrook
Zombies
is
and
living in
humans are not
harmony.
together.
Yeah.
And zombies can attend human high school.
And it's
And
great.
Zed and Addison, human and zombie,
Yeah.
fall in love.
Right.
And when
Little-
we pick up on the second movie, we're at the same place. But when the werewolves come, I think it scares the people of Seabrook, and they reinstate all of the anti-monster laws.
Let's just say,
prevent
first
zombies.
impressions,
Yeah.
as again, what we know about werewolves, it was the right move to be scared at first.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course, they're scary.
It's a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's true.
they scare everyone, and then I think that, you know, Zed's number one thing is that he wants to protect Addison, and he sees this relationship that she's building with the werewolves, and I think that he gets a little bit threatened and a little bit worried for her, and he doesn't really think straight because they're in the same situation that the zombies were in the first movie, but he's got a completely outside perspective.
Love their passion for this. And the first, of course, was a huge hit. Milo's currently a student at NYU. We wanted to know if zombies and his character are kind of a big deal at school. Watch.
Nobody knew who I was when I got there, but now they know. And for Halloween, my whole group dressed up as a character from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah, it was
How about for
crazy.
you? Like, when did you get a sense that, oh, this is a big thing?
Ooh, I mean, on the first one, it was like our first big thing. We didn't really know what to expect.
Right.
We just had fun, and we just were having fun together. And I think the first time, for me at least, was when we did the book signing at Barnes & Noble.
Barnes & Noble was
because
crazy.
we thought that like 20 fans were gonna show up, maybe.
Yeah.
There
Like,
was a
and
sea of people.
It was
Yeah.
like hundreds of people just singing all the
Yeah.
songs, and we're like,
What have we
What
done?
have we done?
Yeah.
This is the craziest thing ever. I think that was like a
The
pinpoint.
moment,
Yeah.
for sure.
And when things like that happen, you get to interact with all these people that suddenly have these idolized versions of you. Is there a fan encounter that really sticks out to you?
There's just so many. I
Look.
think at like Fan Fest when we
Yeah.
would go at Disney, like people would like girls would like fall into, you know, like the typical like yeah, it's insane.
And like when we were shooting the second movie, we were rehearsing and we had our lunch break and we went to the mall, and I was there and there was this guy and he was like 40. And he came up to me and he showed me his wallpaper and he dressed up as me for Halloween, which was crazy.
That is
very,
wild.
a very memorable encounter.
So when Milo's not acting, he's busy being actress Cameron Manheim's son. So how much does his Emmy-winning mom help prepare him for a role?
You know, she's my mom.
No,
She's
right.
also an Emmy award-winning actress that's literally downstairs if I ever need help. with,
Right, like let's
sides or
run this
something.
scene, how would you do it? That kind
Yeah,
of thing.
so I mean, as I've grown up, it's been a lot easier for me to ask her for help because I know that she's just killing the game. She's an amazing actress. And I've been watching a lot of her stuff recently because I never watched it when I was younger. But especially for zombies, I really cared about it. So I was curious. I wanted to do better. And she gave me all of her tips, and I'm so lucky to have her because anytime I have a question, like if I'm on set or whatever, I can always ask her and she always knows.
And last thing about parent talk was there ever any hesitation on her part about you getting into the business? Because it's like so brutal.
I think she knows how much I love it, and she loves it as well. So she would never prevent me from doing that. I think she would know if I was in it for the wrong reasons, and she knows that I'm in it for the right reasons. So she wants me to do it.
How about for you? Did your family ever have, or any along the way, was there a point of like, maybe I'm not going to do this?
No, I mean, my parents are not in the business at all,
Right.
so they had no idea.
Which could make it better or worse, I guess, in terms of like anticipation of what it's
so
going to be.
when I needed help, they were just like, yeah, I don't know what to do.
They're like, yeah, we're here to support you, and we're going to be clapping from over
They
here,
always
and you
just
figure it
said,
out.
like, do what makes you happy, and as soon as it starts feeling like work, since you're so young, like, we can find something else. And that's kind of what I live by, but it's never felt like work, so I'm here and chilling.
All right, she's no stranger to working with celebrities on the events that mean the most to them, so much so that Serena Williams brought her in to help create favors for Meghan Markle's baby shower. No big deal.
Super casual. She's also a founding editor of Martha Stewart Weddings and the author of Celebrate Everything. And now she's here to help us celebrate Valentine's Day. Please welcome Darcy Miller. Thank you so much for being here.
Well,
a lot of red going on here.
Great to see you again, by the way.
Well, this is my holiday, Valentine's Day.
This is the one.
Before we get into
I love
this,
it.
why is Valentine's Day your favorite holiday?
You know, because I think it's about celebrating people you love.
It
So
is.
that could be your friends, your sister, your brother, your dog walker, your husband. Just, it's always important to celebrate people you love.
It is. And when did you know that you wanted to go into the business of creating party favors and kind of getting in on the celebration in this way?
You know, I've actually always loved to do it. When I was in 6th grade, I grew up in New York City, and I used to go to the bead store and make earrings, and then I sold them to a store on Madison Avenue, and then I would make things for, little events at school, and so I've always been drinking the Kool-Aid.
That's great.
The party Kool-Aid.
It's the right place for you to be. That's good.
Well, I'm so excited. So what are we making today?
Okay, we're gonna do some really fun, easy ideas that your Valentines are gonna love and anyone can do. Okay, let's start. Valentine's is about love and kisses. So we've got a bunch of kiss theme cards that you can do.
That's so cute.
And it's so easy. We have these downloadable templates on our website, and we call them kiss cards, just simple little cards, and you can personalize it with your own lips.
Okay, so put some lipstick on.
Heavy.
Exactly.
Okay.
And, this is fun to do for your girlfriend, your galentine, or you can do it, for your lover. Your kids can do it. I don't know.
It's a little faint.
Little girls love
get in here.
lipstick. You can
we
make them
go.
for your kids can make them for your wife.
Okay, wait, here, let's hold it up there.
Mine's a little faint. But I was going for subtle.
No, nice and subtle. Maintain the mystery.
Is there
That's
a
great.
preferred lipstick
We
that you
won't
use?
analyze the lip print. I'll
I'm not
just
gonna
say
do
it
it.
looks
Thank you.
great.
Yeah.
And again, it's fun and personal. You can tuck it behind, in someone's
And this is your
someone's
template,
desk.
right?
Exactly.
And this is downloadable template.
These are adorable.
Exactly. Or we also have a template for a crown. So if you're having a galentine party, or that's fun for a bachelorette too.
Yeah, so the crown obviously do the
your
thing.
kiss
Look,
crown.
I've got kids, we do the crafts like this all the time. Do this,
Okay,
tape it around.
your wife is
boom.
gonna get the queen of kisses.
Yeah, she's gonna really love that gift.
You're gonna take those lipsticks home today.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so we'll do that. And then what do we have here as we move down the
And
table?
again, another super easy idea to decorate for the holidays or for your Valentine, just stepping up a regular drinking glass. These are templates we have that are vases, so that if you can just go to local deli, pick up some flowers, and dress it up with a vase.
Yeah,
and
I love
again,
that.
speaking of your kids, they can color them
No,
in.
right. It's creative, kind of steps it up. It's a fun little cute
It's all
way to
about
add
the
to it.
details. And also, I always like projects and things that you can do together. So I say DIT instead of DIY.
Do it together.
So, exactly. So,
I like that. Okay.
Okay,
So again, and these are downloadable on your website. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the last one I'm really excited about.
Okay,
These are
here we go.
Adorable.
Okay, this is so easy. All you need is some, food safe markers.
Where do you get those?
You can get them on Amazon.
Is it easy? Okay.
It's very easy. And
a macaroon?
Thank
this
you.
is a way,
Can I get it?
today you can get so many great personalized treats, but you don't have a lot of time. It's tomorrow.
By
no
the way,
pressure or anything.
I love though, I don't want to spill these, but I love can you guys get a shot of this? I love what you've done here. Woo, I'll tilt them up a little bit.
So what do you
All these
recommend
little
putting
decorations
just little
are so
messages?
good.
Yeah,
little
exactly.
pictures?
So we have best guy ever, or I don't know, whatever message you want to write, or you can draw. Notice I have your guys' portraits on them. You can just draw some lips.
And where do you get do you make these at home from scratch? Do you buy them?
These macaroons are from Dana's Bakery, but you really can get today macaroons, you know, in a lot of grocery stores. Trader Joe's has them, and you know they feel special. I always love macaroons. They can also. They're great because you can use them as decor, put them on your Valentine dinner table, or just put them in a little box and give them as a gift.
I've never seen someone so excited to reveal something as you are to reveal what you wrote on that thing.
Okay, so what did you reveal? What's your message for me?
Oh, is it for you?
Yes,
oh.
that was
okay. Oh yeah. Well, it's just okay. Just look. Hey, girl.
Okay, I like it.
Okay,
so mine is it's two parts. So you are a unicorn.
Wait, hold on.
And then you flip it for a little.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. I think you have a business in you.
Thank you.
The unicorns are us.
So cute.
While we do these, well, we're actually done with them, but I'll do the whole thing if I can.
Exactly. These are for you.
And then also these cupcakes with the little things on top.
Yep. Well, these are from Georgetown Cupcake.
Wow.
We have a collaboration for the month of February.
We're excited for that.
So, and again, always personalized, a little, hey, sweetie.
Yeah, these are so cool because they can be individual or I imagine great for events. Is there a favorite event that you've worked on from the past?
You know, everyone asks me that. I think all events are so different because they're about who you're celebrating.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everyone always asks me my favorite wedding, obviously my own, duh. But, you know, it's hard to pick one.
Well, I'm so happy about this. Wait, should we talk about this really quickly? What was it like working with Meghan Markle on for her baby shower? Just the connection to that and such a huge event. Was that next level pressure?
You know, again, going back to what I love to celebrate people. So the most fun part for me is always thinking about what they will love and how to personalize it for them.
Yeah.
So, you know, everyone says, do you get, you know, run out of ideas? No, because you think about whose party it is and then you go to town.
Yeah.
Well, you're obviously queen of Valentine's Day, but is there another holiday that you love to celebrate?
Valentine's Day is up there. I don't know. It's hard to pick one because I just like the mix as you go through the year. But I would probably say the celebrations I love the most are the ones that I do for my family, my kids. I'm planning a 90th for my father now.
Oh my gosh, that's really special. Congratulations.
So I really love the things I do for people I love.
Yeah, and the great thing about everything that you do, and I remember this from last time, it is the kind of thing you can do it together. These are things that families can get involved in, friends can get involved in.
Right.
So good. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, thank you. It is all about celebrating and creating the memories, you know, from the celebration.
Well, you've done it. You've inspired us. You've given us tips and tricks. You guys can check them out. Darcy's website, darcymillerdesigns.com. Got it right?
Yep.
And follow her on Instagram at Darcy Miller. You can also buy her book, Celebrate Everything. That's also available on her website. Check it out. All right. Taking a look at our question of the day. We've been asking you which Valentine's gift you would want to receive.
Yeah, let's see what you're saying. Looks like a love letter. What's yours, Darcy? Chocolates, jewelry, flowers, or a love letter? What would be your top choice?
I mean, do I have to choose?
Yeah. How about all of them?
I do always tell my kids and my husband, I just want a handwritten note. It is true. A card. My kids are like, oh, Mom, I know you want something. I really just want a note.
It's thoughtful and sweet.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be asking you a new question of the day tomorrow on People Now, so tune in for that.
And coming up tomorrow, we're joined live by Latin American pop group CNCO.
Plus, Lucy Hale shares why her new film Fantasy Island is the perfect movie for a Valentine's Day date night. Thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from Fran Drescher's co-stars Adam Pally, Jesse Hodges, and Abby Elliott. Bye.
Hi, we're the cast of Indebted.
And this is one last thing. The last country I visited, France. I had a wonderful time with my parents. Here.
The last book I read was My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh.
The last time I laughed out loud was, I laugh out loud all the time.
I know what it was. It was last night. Your wife said the funniest thing. She remembered that someone's bar mitzvah theme was graffiti.
Yes, and that's what
funny.
made her write that person off. The last show I binged was a Succession.
Everything I've done in my life, I've done for my children.
The Crown.
Long live Queen Elizabeth.
Cheer is really good.
They could beat anybody.